This short class is going to focus on deep stretches to help increase flexibility and mobility in the lower body. So if your legs are feeling sore or you're working on your flexibility, you're in the right place. Let's begin on our backs today, hugging both knees into chest. Gently rock from side to side. And experiment taking the knees a little bit further away from the chest, rocking and then bringing them back in, just seeing how that changes sensation. Lower your left foot to the mat, bending at the knee, extend your right leg up to the ceiling and just rub the back of your thigh, your hamstrings with your hands interlaced. Point your toe and flex your foot a few times and see if you can slide your interlaced hands a little bit further up the leg, deepening your stretch. Maybe you pull the leg slightly closer into your chest. And finding half happy baby from here with the right leg. Bending the knee, flexing the foot, just catching where is available to you, gently pulling the knee in the direction of your right shoulder. What's cool about half happy baby is that we've got more control about how we orient the pelvis, so you can experiment by tilting the pelvis a little bit from side to side. Moving now into reclined Gomukhasana, lifting your left foot, stacking right knee directly on top of left knee. Catch hold of your ankles or outer edges of your feet like you're holding handlebars of a bike, and then drawing both knees in towards your chest, while at the same time lowering your low back and tailbone down towards your mat. Your tailbone might be floating away from the floor, that's okay. And just let go of what you're holding, uncross your legs, hug both knees back into chest once again, finding that gentle rocking motion. And then coming into that hamstring stretch on the second side, interlacing hands and just rubbing up and down on the hamstring. And then pause, finding your point and flex of the foot. And then maybe sliding your hands a bit further up the leg as you draw it in closer to your chest. Breathing deeply into sensation. Finding your half happy baby from here. And just notice if it feels much different on this side. And then stacking left knee on top of right, catching hold of those handlebars, ankles or outside edges of feet. This is such a great stretch for releasing any tension in the glutes. Alright, give your knees one final squeeze into chest. And then from here, catch hold behind your thighs as you begin to rock and roll the spine up and down a few times, building momentum. And from this movement, see if you can rock all the way up to your feet, transitioning into a forward fold, challenging your mobility. If you need to try a couple times to get there, that's okay. And if you need to use your hands, that's okay too. We're finding ragdoll at the top of the mat, swaying side to side. Release your elbows, and on your next breath, lift up into a flat back, hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Exhale, refold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around and up as you rise to stand. And then exhale, hands through prayer. Find Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And then exhale, right foot steps back for a runner's lunge. Hands frame front foot, and shift a little bit from left to right, forward and back, working deeper into the hips here. If you've got yoga blocks, you may want to place them under your hands, but no worries if you have no props. And from here, you'll find long pyramid by straightening that front leg, folding from your hips. And just make a gentle adjustment to find a neutral pelvis, shifting left hip back, right hip forward. And we'll flow from here. Inhale, come forward into your runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. And repeat that motion, moving slowly with the breath, lifting your chest as you come forward and folding a bit deeper as you extend back, getting super deep into hamstrings and hips. And next time you're in long pyramid, pause there. Maybe taking this pose a bit deeper by turning your hands backwards, fingertips pointing to your back foot, and walking the hands back any amount as you fold deeper over that front leg. Alright, time to release, rebend your front knee, and then heel toe your left foot to the very left edge of your mat for a lizard lunge. You have the option to keep your back knee lifted or lowering it down. Perhaps finding some padding for your knee if it's sensitive. Just finding the variation of lizard that is working for your body as it is today. Maybe you're down on your forearms. And then coming back up onto your hands, if you're down, lift your back knee and take a quarter turn to the right long edge of your mat, finding your wide leg forward fold, peek down at your toes and make any adjustments to line them up, lining your fingers up with your toes also. I really love the Liforme yoga mats for having these alignment markers because my toes are never lining up naturally. On your next breath in, lift up halfway. And then take some baby side lunges, left to right, shifting side to side, not coming down too far. And next time you're bending into your right knee at the back of your mat, find extended side angle. So your right knee is bent, maybe taking your right forearm to the right thigh, left arm reaches diagonally up, rotate your chest to the sky. Circle your left arm down, transition to Skandasana at the top of your mat, keeping your hips low. If your left heel is lifted, that's okay. See if you can bring your hands to prayer. And a bit of a funky transition from here. Keep your hands lifted and see if you can plop down onto your butt, coming into half hero pose. So maybe you stay sitting up, or if you're coming down onto the forearm, scoot your tailbone forward. If this is causing pain in your knee, please come out of the pose. And if you're in a reclined version, slowly sitting up, and then stack your left knee directly on top of the right, keeping the right leg straight for a half Gomukhasana. Option to thread your hands underneath the right knee for support and folding forward. Slowly lift up, lean back, cross your ankles and rock onto your hands and knees, making your way into a downward dog. Just find any movement that you need here. Take baby steps up to your hands, finding forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms up as you rise to stand. And exhale, hands through prayer Tadasana. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot takes a big step back for runner's lunge. And we're finding those deep stretches on the second side. So we're holding in our runner's lunge for a few breaths. Find some movement side to side, front and back. And then lift on up, extending into your long pyramid. And finding your flow. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, extend and fold. And just repeating in time with your breath. And then next time you're in pyramid, staying there, option to take your stretch a bit deeper by walking your hands back. And just finding that micro adjustment of the pelvis, right hip back, left hip forward. Let's rebend into runner's lunge, walking that right foot to the very right edge of your mat. For lizard, maybe you're lowering your knee, lowering onto your forearms. Tucking your back toes now, lifting back knee and coming into your wide leg forward fold, checking in with your toes. Option this time to wrap both peace fingers around the big toes and folding forward, taking your elbows wide. On your next breath in, lift up halfway, release your toes if you've got them, and finding those little side lunges. Make your way into extended side angle, this time facing the front of your mat so your left knee is bending. And circling your right arm down, Skandasana at the back of your mat this time. Seeing if you can find your balance, really sinking hips low. And then transitioning into that half hero pose, finding your version. And then be gentle as you come back up, swinging your right leg over top of left, stacking knees, finding that half Gomukhasana, folding forward any amount. Upright your spine, lean back, cross at your ankles, rock onto your hands and knees, finding your downward dog, taking any movement that your body needs. And we'll be coming into pigeon pose from here. Slide your right knee behind right wrist, lower the shin, and ease your hips down to the mat, perhaps adding some padding under your right hip if it's hovering in space. Again, if this pose is hurting your knee, please come onto your back instead, crossing right ankle over left knee for a reclined figure 4 pose. And if you're in your pigeon, lowering down onto forearms or resting your head on your hands. Breathing deeply here, there may be strong sensations of discomfort. See if you can visualize sending your breath to those places. We're not here for much longer. Take a final deep breath in, and then exhale, gently lift your torso, tuck your toes, push back into down dog, find any movement you need here. And then coming into pigeon on the second side, taking your time to get into the pose and folding forward. And once again, checking in with your knee, have you got the green light to stay in your pigeon? If not, come onto your back. Okay, no rushing as you lift on back up. Make your way into a downward dog, final down dog, finding any movement you need before making your way into child's pose. Allowing your spine to round, shoulders to soften. And when you're ready, making your way into Sukhasana, easy cross-legged seat. And we'll just close our practice with a moment of stillness, Closing eyes, palms face down on the knees, taking a deep breath in through your nose, and then out your mouth. Again, just like that, full breath in, and then exhaling fully. If you have time to sit longer in a quiet meditation, I strongly encourage you to do so. And if you'd like more movement, I recommend the class that's popped up onto your screen now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.